My best friend and I talk about video games a lot. One of our favorites to talk about is Skyrim. It's a great game with lots to say about it, but we were stumped when we came up with one question. Name an NPC in Skyrim that you actually like. We got there, but it took a while. We found there are more characters in the game that we're annoyed by or straight up hate than any that we actually like. So, here's a tier list of Skyrim NPCs based on if we think they're cool, fine, forgettable, annoying, or deserve to be Fus Rodad off a mountain.
Fus Rodad!
Starting at the beginning of the game, we have the characters that die in Helgen. First is Lokir, the one that tried to escape. Here's what my roommate had to say about him.
I think I'm just gonna say that guy's annoying, because he gets shot and he's a little pansy the whole time.
He just whines the whole time. Like, I get it, you're gonna die. You're scared. But come on, the rest of us took it with some class. Speaking of taking your death with some class, there's the unnamed Stormcloak soldier. He's got many one-liners that he flings at the Imperials and decides, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out strong.
Come on! I haven't got all morning!
We differed opinions on this one though.
That guy's just... I think he's okay, but I do think he's pretty dumb, because if he'd let them do the last rites, he might have survived too.
And last is the suck-up guard captain that, well, it's described well here.
Oh, that captain lady's the worst. I'm glad she died.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
As you're leaving Helgen, you have the choice to follow one of two people. The first is Hadvar, a Boy Scout, pretty good dude, but eventually a real pain. If you complete the reunification of Skyrim in the favor of the Imperials, this guy will follow you around Whiterun, running back and forth down the streets, and just becomes a little bit annoying. But overall, he's not bad, so we'll give him an okay. The other option is Ralof. Ralof's the man crush of this section. He's the kind of guy that helps you get out of trouble, would definitely help you bury a dead body, and takes care of you when you're drunk. Plus, he can defy gravity and just break the laws of physics. S-tier man and actually cool. But as we're leaving Helgen, we gotta talk about the ultimate wingman. He's there when you need him most, at your lowest lows. Shout out to my buddy Alduin. When you make it to Riverwood, there are a host of new people to meet, and most of them are honestly forgettable. There's Gerdur, she runs the mill and she's friends with Ralof. She's super cool, she'll set you up with a lot of good gear. Nice lady. Plus, to give credit where credit is due, she believes you that you saw a dragon and escaped the Imperials, and that you're not high. Same can be said for the blacksmith Alvor, plus he talks well about his neighbors, even those that are on the opposite side of the war as him. And somehow, I always end up receiving inheritance letters for him, so 10 out of 10. Next is the trifecta of hot young romance in the area. We start with the boy hero, a man who loves his vista views.
There's beauty here unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure.
His quiet life, and the girl that he loves. Faendal talks about his love with such romantic terms, and just seems to be a good guy. Manipulative? Yeah, but he trains us in archery for free, so he gets an actually cool sticker. On the opposite side is the loser boy Sven. Sits in a tavern all day, annoying, doesn't believe his mom about anything, also manipulative, no redeeming qualities, deserves death. Then there's the one they're both pining for, Camilla Valerius. She's fine. She doesn't really have that much personality, kind of just plays the heroine, hey you can marry me role for most of it. But in looking through the wiki, it seems like she takes over the shop in case anything happens to her brother, and she seems kind of like a girl boss, so we'll give her a fine. Speaking of brothers, the trader in the town is known as Lucan Valerius. He's fine. He complains about his claw, but you always get to steal it back from him, and first source of money for the game. He's fine. Alright, to validate my credibility, the next few characters are gonna go on screen for a second, and you have a chance to see if you can name them. Good luck. That's right, that's Dorothy, Embry, Ognar... What are these names? Sigrid... Yeah, I didn't know who they were either. Last but not least should go on the who section, but I like her gumption. This cranky old lady that's ignored by her son sees a dragon, tries to tell the whole town about it, and they don't believe her. So she says, fine, when you all die, I was right. I love it. She's cool. And that's our tier list for the end of the first episode. Surprisingly, there are a lot more we liked in this one than I thought, but wait and see for the future videos, there are a lot more hated characters up ahead. The future videos won't be as in-depth as these with the characters that you see, mostly just like the major cities and the characters you see along the quests. But if you liked it and want to see more of that, subscribe, like, do the things that YouTube people tell you to do, and I promise I won't beg for them in the future. Bye!